Hi everyone, this is Monica. Welcome back to my Bible journaling channel. I'm excited to share with you what I created in my journaling Bible today. Today I was in John 14 and 15 and I worked on this piece. It says, "I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Abide in my love." This is definitely one of those imperfect Bible art journaling tutorials. If you notice, there's a couple times that my camera card got full and so the video cut out, and there's a mistake in that upper left-hand corner, but I still really believe this was just a valuable time with the Lord and a good time of creating. So I hope you still enjoy seeing the tutorial, mistakes and all. I want to quickly mention that the page before this one has some artwork on it that I definitely didn't want to ruin. I didn't want any bleeding, but I really even didn't want any shadowing. So I'm just taking some white acrylic paint and watering it down a whole bunch and coating my page with a very, very thin layer. This is going to act as a barrier and help prevent not only bleeding but also ghosting or shadowing. I'm just blow drying it to make sure that it is dry before I begin. And here I'm showing you, this is how thin that white acrylic coat of paint was. It's just a light clouding. And now I'm hopping over to my test page to show you I did some homework ahead of time. I did 2 swatches of these dark PITT Artist brush pens, and I wanted to see what would happen on the other side. The one in the middle was done without any primer on the page, but the one in the corner had some of that white paint underneath it. And you can see the one in the center has begun to bleed just slightly, but the one in the corner has not. Next, I began my planning process, and I decided to use capital letters and mix them in with some cursive for the words on the page. I like to sketch it out first in this little notebook just to see how it's going to fit, how the layout is going to be. And there you see me making a mistake. Apparently, pencil does not like to write on top of white acrylic paint. Actually, it doesn't mind writing on top of the paint, but it does not enjoy being erased. So I now have a little gray cloud in the upper left-hand corner of this page. I could go back and touch that up with white paint later. So I decided at this point to go ahead and use this blue page as my template, since I didn't feel I was going to be able to sketch in with pencil on the actual Bible page itself. So you can see I was doing some math, counting letters. I sketched in the margin onto the blue paper so that it would be matching in size with the Bible page. I also decided to move some of the capital letter writing toward the right of the page, reason being there was some space on the Bible page itself so that I didn't have to write on top of the text. You can see I'm squeezing it in right there. As you continue to watch me plan this page, I just wanted to share with you the amount of love that I was feeling from the Lord as I was drawing this. I'm very, very lucky to have a wonderful family. My mother and father are still living. I'm happily married. I have 3 children, so I am not by any means an orphan. However, don't we all have times of loneliness in our lives when we feel like there is not a soul in the world who understands? And these verses just bless me so much because Jesus' heart for us is not to ever leave us as orphans. He will come to us and he invites us to abide in his love. I decided to add some wildflowers onto this page, and here I'm working on a Queen Anne's lace. I have my phone open next to me with a Google image of Queen Anne's lace, and I'm just sketching in the general shape. This is tricky because Queen Anne's lace is a white flower and I'm putting it on a white page, so I'm just picking up on those areas where there's bits of light green, bits of yellow, darker stems, adding another one up here that you're viewing sort of from the side. And you can see I've got 3 of them there. I started sketching in some purple thistles, using a very light lavender initially, testing out some greens to make the thistle buds look nice and spiky and wild. Going back into the flower portion of the thistle, adding in some pink, adding in some blue, adding in a few little dark points with a darker blue, just to show where there's shadows from the sun shining down, and adding in the stems with the spiky little leaves. The Queen Anne's lace doesn't really have a lot of leaves, so I didn't add any on that portion. Finishing by adding some highlights, and then moving on to a very, very light gray brush pen to add some shadows around these letters. And it's such a light gray that it almost doesn't show up at all, but it is somewhat buildable, and so as I go over it a second time, it adds just that perfect subtle shadowing to my letters. And then taking an even lighter gray color, I wanted to try to blend in that little cloudy area in the upper left corner. I wanted to try to just let it blend in with the rest of the background, so I'm just adding some shadowing around the flowers, and there's the finished product. Wanted to check in with you and show you how this did not damage the other side of the page at all. Nothing is showing through, which is great. And there is the finished page. You can take a close look at it. I just want to thank you again for watching this video. Please like and comment down below, and click that red subscribe button if you enjoyed it and would like to see more. Have a wonderful day.